Hey everybody, welcome back to another Somm Wine Club tasting video. I'm Sean, and what I have for you today is the 2021 Yalumba Eden Valley Viognier. This is coming from Eden Valley in South Australia, part of the December 2023 Somm Wine Club box. And if you can believe it, I went and I checked. Trust me, we've never had a Viognier, a straight Viognier in the box. I've had wines that are blended. I've had the Persia from Fondrash. I've had the Duvernay. I've had the Joan de Colombo White Rhone blend, but I've never had a straight Viognier. What a Viognier to start with. Yalumba, one of my favorite Aussie wineries, and Viognier is one of their favorite varieties, one of their flagship varieties. Their Virgilius Viognier is one of the world's greatest Viogniers. And they, and this is a rare thing to be able to say, Yalumba is pretty heavily credited with rescuing Viognier as a grape variety. Full stop. In 1968, there was only 12 hectares or so of Viognier that was remaining, that was planted in the northern Rhone Valley where Viognier makes its home. So in 1980, when Yalumba planted its first 1.2 hectares of Viognier in the high Eden Valley, they were really restarting, resetting the modern history of Viognier. Because there's a chance that the plantings would have continued to decline from the 60s and 70s and 80s into obscurity, and today we would have no Viognier. Which is a shame, because I think Viognier is an incredible grape variety. I think it's entirely underrated. And the fact that I haven't shared one with you in like almost 3 years is testament to the fact that it's not a grape variety that is like at the top of people's radar, even my own, admittedly. So I'm happy to be able to share such an iconic winery's expression of Viognier with you. So Yalumba is one of the founding families of the Australian wine industry. The winery started in 1849 by Samuel Smith in Barossa and in South Australia. They do a lot of Shiraz. They do Riesling from the Contours Vineyard from Pusey Vale. And then Viognier is one of their, like I said, their flagship grape varieties. And Eden Valley is still technically part of the Barossa, but it is separated by a set of hills and kind of move up into the high country away from the water. So it is a little more elevation, a little cooler, a little bit less influence from the Bay of the St. Vincent. I'm trying to remember the name of the bay. I used to live in Adelaide. I should know this. Bugger. In any case, the water. Less influence from the water. So you have cooler days, or cooler nights, warmer days. That diurnal shift helps keep freshness in the wines. That's why Riesling does so well up there, why the Shiraz from Eden Valley has this intensity and this zest and zing to it. And Viognier. Viognier has the propensity to be a little bit flabby if it's not managed and farmed correctly. If it's picked too late, if it's too hot, the acids just totally drop out at the bottom of the wine, and you end up with this kind of fat, heavy, oily, and viscous, and not very refreshing or delightful to drink wine. Not this one. Yalumba does a spectacular job of maintaining that energy and that liveliness and that freshness in Viognier while still not losing the aromatics and the florality that Viognier is so well known for. This wine is jasmine and orange blossom and ripe stone fruit. But I mean, instead of just saying it, why don't I just smell it and tell you? I was way too excited to drink this wine, apparently. Or I just put too much in the glass. Oh well. Yeah, mandarin orange. There is a perfumed kind of character to this wine. Yeah, orange blossom, jasmine, white baby's breath or white flowers, peach and nectarine and There's a little bit of a nuttiness to it too, like hazelnut, kind of kind of buttery, rich nuts, Marcona almond, that kind of thing. This wine doesn't see any new oak. It's done in neutral oak for 10 months just to add some texture and to add a little bit more definition and complexity to the palate, but don't want to add oak character because we don't want this wine to be big and dense. You want this wine to be lively and refreshing while still having aromatic character. That's what I want. I want my mouth to water. It's not a high acid wine. Your mouth is not going to be cascading with saliva. This is not Riesling. This is not Chablis. This is not a Certico or anything that's going to just like have this waterfall effect in your mouth. But it does have freshness, which I think is sorely lacking in a lot of Viogniers that come from very warm climates or that are made in a way that don't kind of prioritize keeping that freshness. It's like sticking your nose in one of those boxes of Christmas oranges that you get, like the little paper wrapped mandarin oranges. You just take your whole face and just stick it in the box. It smells like orange peel. It smells like really juicy, fruity citrus and stone fruit. And I said I love that about Viognier. I love that about this wine in particular. And I love Viognier this time of year because it's a warming white wine. A lot of white wines have the effect of being a chill white wine. It's something that kind of refreshes you and that's it. But this is not that. This has refreshment, but it also has an effect of just kind of bringing warmth inside you. That helps with the kind of food that it works really well with as well. Because of that aromatic complexity, you can do things like lamb or chicken curries like korma, or Moroccan dishes where you've got ginger and dried fruit, apricots and raisins and things like that, because this wine has this perception of fruitiness and natural sweetness, even though there's no sweetness to it. You can do, this is another one that works really well with turkey dinners, because you want complexity and you want dynamic flavors, and this does that so well. This is what Viognier should taste like. Everybody else pay attention. No, I'm just so happy that there is a producer of this caliber that has chosen intentionally, for 40 plus years to make Viognier part of what they do and how they present themselves to the world. Chief winemaker Louisa Rose, who's been there since the early 90s, has really like taken a shine to Viognier. It's one of her personal projects with Yalumba, and in doing so has really raised the perception and the pedigree of Viognier, not just in Australia but around the world. So I can't think of a better wine to be like, hey, now I put a Viognier in the box, and it's this one. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the Yalumba Eden Valley Viognier, and let me know what you think about this wine. Let me know what you think about Viognier in the comments. I'd love to hear what people drink, eat with Viognier, and how often you actually reach for a bottle of Viognier, because I have a feeling that it is on the low side, but we'll see. Thanks again for everybody, and until next time, drink well.